What's up, guys? Bokesaurus Rampardos here, and I've got another great Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. But before I start, I'd like to remind you guys to like this video and please subscribe for more Pokemon Wi-Fi battles posted semi-daily. I'm trying to get into the rhythm of posting daily, and I've been pretty good for the last 3 days. So, yeah. In this battle, my team will be a Gigalith, Zoroark. You know, I suck at naming the team previews. Gigalith, Zoroark, Feraligatr, Toxicroak, Chandelure, and then my Mega is a Garchomp. And his team is a Greninja, a Medicham, which is his only Mega, so that's obviously his Mega. Hydreigon, Furfuro, Togekiss, and Rotom Heat. God, I suck at team previews. I'm sorry, but let's get into this battle. So, I'm going to lead off with my Gigalith because I'm sturdy and I know I can get some rocks set up. So that's going to be my primary goal with Gigalith, is to just get some rocks and then get out. And he leads with this Rotom Heat, and this Rotom Heat was a problem the entire match. So he goes for the Confuse Ray, I go for the Stealth Rocks because that's the, you know, I have plenty of stuff to take care of a Rotom, at least I think. So I don't bother going for a Stone Edge just yet. Just want to get my rocks up. And so he goes for the Confuse Ray, and then he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I saw the Will-O-Wisp coming. I wasn't necessarily expecting the Confuse Ray. But then I hit myself, and that sucks. And I'm taking burn damage. And then I believe he switches here. Yep. He goes out to his Greninja, and I hit myself again. So at this point, I'm like, whatever. Gigalith got his rocks up. He did his job. I'm just gonna let him die. Let me let the battle catch up. So yeah, at this point, I'm just like, know what, Gigalith, you did your job. I love you, buddy, but it's time to go. And Gigalith or Greninja takes me out with a Hydro Pump. So now, I figure this is probably the standard Greninja set because I see the Life Orb. So I'm like, I can bring in Toxicroak. Toxicroak can take whatever attack a Greninja has because I have Dry Skin and I resist Dark. And I actually go for the Poison Jab, predicting him to think I'd go for a Drain Punch and going out to Togekiss. And this works out because he goes for the Grass Knot, changes himself to a Grass type, and I get to hit him with a super effective Poison Jab and take out the Greninja quick. I got a crit. I don't think it mattered. I mean, seriously. Yeah. So then, who does he go out to here? I think he goes out to Rotom again, maybe? No, this Furfuro. So I knew Furfuro was bulky, so I figure I may as well just bulk up. And then he goes for this Cotton Guard. And I'm like, my god, this thing is gonna set up on my face. But I have 2 special attackers on my team, so I'm not too worried. So I go for the bulk up, and then I hit him with a Drain Punch to try to... I'm pretty sure I go for Drain Punch. Yeah, he goes for another Cotton Guard, gets his defense up to ×4, and then I just go for the Drain Punch, try to do as much as I can. It still does a heck of a lot for being at +6 plus his ability. But he has Rocky Helmet, so I take Rocky Helmet damage, which isn't a big deal. And then I think he roars me out right here. And yeah, because I went first, so he used Roar. So I go first, go for the Drain Punch, I get my health back, and then end up at the same amount because I take Rocky Helmet damage again. And he goes for the Roar. And at this point, I have 2 special attackers on my team. So I'm like, I have 5 guys left, 2 special attackers, so it's a 50-50 shot. And I go out to my Garchomp. And he goes for the return, and I'm like, okay. And nope. It was my Zoroark. So I got the special attacker, get to go for the Night Days and take it out. So that made me really happy, taking out this Furfuro, because when it started to set up, I was like, oh my god. I mean, I have the Scarf Chandelure on my team, so I wasn't too worried about it, but I didn't want it to do too much damage before. So I know I'm going to be faster than this guy unless he's Scarfed. So I just leave the Zoroark in to scout whether or not he's Scarfed. And my Zoroark outspeeded him, so he's obviously not. So now I get to go out to Garchomp, I believe, which you probably think this is a weird switching Garchomp into a Togekiss. But I have Iron Head, so it's actually not. And I haven't fought too many Togekisses, so I was pretty sure I'd outspeed in Mega form, but I wasn't sure. But I Mega Evolved anyway. I was just like, whatever, I'll test it out. And I actually do outspeed, and get to hit this Togekiss up with an Iron Head and take it out. So I think the score is 5-4 at this point, or 4-3 something. But then he goes back out to this guy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisps, so I'm going to go out to Chandelure. I'm not Flash Fire. I'm actually Infiltrator, but I go out to the Chandelure anyway. And he actually goes for the Confuse Ray. And at this point, seeing what he did to my Garchomp with Confuse Ray, I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna go out to Feraligatr, see what he wants to do. He actually withdraws as well and goes out to his Hydreigon. And at this point, I'm like, I've got other things to take Rotom. I don't really need this Feraligatr anymore, so I'm just gonna leave him in. And he takes that Dark Pulse, and then I hit him with an Ice Fang, and he takes this Ice Fang too. Lives with like 30%, and then I just go for an Aqua Jet. I'm like, Feraligatr can die. I love using Feraligatr. I love using him. He's not great. I don't have the right moves on him yet. I just kind of pumped him out so I could just start using him. But so far, I'm not loving him. I like the Pokemon. I like to use him. I just maybe not this competitively. So I go back out to Toxicroak because I have the Sucker Punch, and I'm thinking they'll take him out. So I go for the Sucker Punch, and it takes him out. I was holding my breath, but I took him out. And then I think he goes back out to his Rotom here because he's down to 2. He should be down to 2 Pokemon now. Just his Rotom and then his Medicham. And yeah, so he takes Stealth Rock damage, which is really good. I get to hit him with the Drain Punch, and I'm like, I didn't expect it to do that much, but it did enough to where if I went for Poison Jab instead of Drain Punch, I would have killed him right there, and it just would have been a clean knockout. But he gets a Citrus Berry recovery and hits me with a Confuse Ray. And at this point, I don't really want to switch around too much more. I'm just like, I think Garchomp will outspeed you, so I'm just going to stay in. If he dies, he dies. If you use Rest, you use Rest. But he ends up not being the Resto Chesto set, which actually would have been, which was actually what I was expecting when this was a Confuse Ray Will-O-Wisp guy. But, so I'm burned, but I'm pretty sure a Poison Jab will still take him out, and Toxicroak breaks through adversity, and breaks the confusion, and hits him with a Poison Jab, and takes out the Rotom. Now, last Pokemon is the Medicham. I'm completely expecting this guy to Mega Evolve. It's just like, why else would you have a Medicham on your team when the rest of your team was OU and competitive? Minus the Furfurel, but yeah, so he Mega Evolves. I hit him with a Sucker Punch. I know I'm dead. Whatever he uses, Psycho Cut, High Jump Kick, whatever, I'm gonna die. So I just go for a Sucker Punch. It's like, because I have the Scarf Chandelure. I have the Scarf Chandelure and the Garchomp left. I don't think he can kill the Garchomp in one hit, and I know the Chandelure will outspeed and most likely kill with a Shadow Ball. He gets a crit there, but I don't think it mattered. Yeah. So I go out to my Scarf Chandelure. Hit him up with the Shadow Ball. I'm Choice Scarfed, so I knew I'd outspeed. And take out the Medicham. And that was a good game. Ended up being a 2-0. I had my Mega Garchomp and my Chandelure left over at the end. And yeah, that was the battle. If you, the viewer, want to battle, please leave your friend code in the description. I add everyone that comments, and I love to battle. If I'm ever online, it's because I'm looking for a battle. So if you add me, expect me to spam you with battle requests when you're online. Yeah, and I bred a lot of, I got some extra starters, some Pokebank starters, and I know a lot of you guys don't have them yet because Pokebank hasn't dropped in America. So if you need a starter, just hit me up. Let me know which one you need, and I'll let you know if I have it. I have most of them. I think the only ones I'm missing are Trico and Chikorita at the moment. But yeah. So this was Pokesaurus Rampardos, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow.